You know what we call this in the United States? God's ketchup, right there.
I've never heard that before. I think he just made it up.
Is this how the other half lives all the time?
One of those things just never happened.
When somebody rips one, you know it, and it's not yours.
It was like Bugs Bunny when he like smelled the carrot soup.
That is the most random thing. What are you talking
Why?
about?
It's impossible.
Presented by Price Leaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from Saigon. It is. Yeah, look at the date. I don't even know what the date is. It is the 25th of April.
Okay.
We're in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. We've already had 2 pho down for today.
Just today.
Doing the hard work. The hard work for you.
It is hard work.
I can tell it's hard work because the tropics and you, I mean, you sweat extra virgin olive oil.
Oh,
and you've been kind of, the linen isn't helping, is it?
No, everybody said linen is good for. No, it's not helping. I feel. Do you ever see those beautifully dressed and like butcher string I feel like a roast. I feel like a roast that's been tied up
Like
with
with a
butcher
little-
twine.
Like a crown roast or like the long roast with the
Like
the
a
pork
lamb
roast.
saddle or a pork
Yeah.
shoulder. I'm feeling a little bit. It's not It's so hot. Let's start here.
It's not that hot.
It is hot, dude.
It's not that hot.
It's penetrating heat. It's just look. If we were eating bowls of ceviche, I feel like I wouldn't be reacting the way I am. But we're eating bowls of hot, steaming pho, and it's delicious.
We're right back to.
But
We're right
sitting,
back there.
We're sitting on hot sidewalks. I'm not complaining,
You're not.
but I do feel like a fucking roast. I feel like a human roast. Sitting in the sun, glistening, and I brought this linen shirt thinking it would be more comfortable for the heat. I
It's
was
not
wrong.
less comfortable.
I should have stuck with a t-shirt. I
Really?
wanted to switch it up because I feel like I always wear the same shit.
Well, you live out of one suitcase
It is true.
for months on end, so
It is true.
It must be
But-
hard to mix it up.
Well, you know what? The show must go on. And I did buy this fancy shirt in Panama. And,
It's nice.
I feel like the double button thing, and there's like little pockets,
Little
on the
pockets are
bottom.
nice. Yeah, I'm not allowed to wear those for some reason.
What do you mean you're not allowed to wear them?
I buy them and then they get washed and then they get put somewhere where I can't find them again.
Interesting.
It's one of those things. Someone in my household does not like the Cuban
Oh.
cabellera.
Oh, so they hide them from you?
I really like them though. I like the pockets in the front. I like pockets. I'm a pocket guy.
I'm
I
a
need a
pocket
lot of
guy,
pockets.
too, and I've noticed
these
that-
pants have like different zippers. I forget all the things that are in these pants because there's so many little hidden
Have
places.
you noticed that Vietnam feels like a place of pockets?
I haven't.
Like the cargo's a thing here. I've noticed that almost anyone of stature, like a security person or like somebody who's guiding the streets, governing they like their pockets. I've noticed many cargo pockets here.
That's because it's tactical. You gotta be
I
tactical.
like cargo
Yeah.
pockets. I don't know who said that it was out.
I've
but I
never
think
seen
it's
you in a cargo pocket.
I got one pair.
You got one pair?
I got one pair.
Okay.
It got packed away, and I
Somewhere
probably won't
back
see
there.
it for I won't see it for a long time.
You-
But
if you really like them, you would buy more.
I stopped buying clothes. I just stopped.
Full stop.
I've got a system. It's as you've noticed. I've got 5 black shirts, 3 white shirts,
T-shirts.
just flat T-shirts, right? Then I've got 3 white Henleys, 3 black Henleys, and if I'm feeling sassy, I have a navy polo.
Ooh.
This all goes with a pair of olive pants, a pair of black thin pants, black shorts, green shorts, and everything matches.
Yeah, that's good. You're like
Everything
who's that?
interacts.
Einstein, who just wore the same thing every day, so he could concentrate on other things.
I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I've come up with a system where as I wear things, I've got white boxers and black boxers, and literally there's 2 piles. There's a colors
Black
wash
pile and a white pile.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah. And you know what?
Simplify.
The problem is when you throw it all into the same bag, over time, your whites become less white, and your blacks become less black.
Really?
And
Interesting.
Because I don't know what they do in the hotels. I don't know how. But it's the same cost if you separate the bags. So I just started separating the bags. Little things you learn as you go.
You separate the bags because you think they just dump it all into the wash.
I'm almost certain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm almost certain that they'll always just throw everything the same.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So,
That's what happens when you've had the hotel doing your laundry for 3 years.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know what I mean? You could
Yeah.
have a house somewhere and do your own laundry every once in a while.
I enjoy doing my own laundry.
Really?
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Don't.
Well, you're about to find out. So I've noticed that every country has their own, obviously their own customs in terms of laundry. I've found that Colombia, very specifically, doesn't do scented things. And, it's, I don't want to say it throws it off, but it kind of does. It's like, it makes you feel like it's not clean because we've been trained, I feel like, in the American laundry culture.
It should smell like sunshine or something.
Yes, like a fresh spring day. Mm-hmm. It should remind you of that bear, that snuggly little bear. And in Colombia, when I get my clothes back, it kind of smells like freshly milled masa, like a sweet corn smell.
So there is a scent attached to it. It's a different one.
But it's not a scent of freshness. It's a scent of, I don't know, hardworking abuelas. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like a grandmom, like at it, making masa for tamales or something.
It must be difficult going through life with your olfactory. You know what I mean? Just think if you
prejudices.
just think if you lost your vision and all those other senses become heightened.
I know.
You'd be like a
Fucked. I'd be
You'd
fucked.
be like the human equivalent of a canine.
Yeah.
You'd see the scents in your mind, coming down the street and following them.
See the sense. Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. I'll be honest. And then the opposite happens in the Philippines, Tone, which I'm sure you met. They put so much scent on the clothes in the Philippines that it feels cancerous. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to smell that good. And I'm like, what are we hiding here? And so when I get my clothes in the Philippines, you put this hodgepodge together. The last time I did laundry in the United States, it's got that nice in-between scent. It's not quite masa.
It's familiar to you.
It's not quite masa. It's not quite like, I feel like the Filipino clothes smells like Fabuloso. Like it is so scented. And, somewhere in the middle is nice. It doesn't, I don't know. I put Filipino laundry on and it's so.
So the shirt is going to be out of the rotation. Your linen caballero here.
I got to lose 10 pounds, bro.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, dude. I'm feeling a little sausage-ish in this thing.
Okay.
And so
it's the size of the shirt, not the material necessarily.
Yeah. It's the size of my fucking body, dude.
It's hard to come on eating tours and want to think you want to lose weight. Just give it a few more days, buddy. A few more days, then you can do. And you mentioned something in passing that I wanted to explore further.
Sure.
You mentioned you're always doing the fast. You do
I'm
all
always
that.
doing all kinds of stuff.
Whatever Huberman says that week, that's what's going on, right?
Whatever Huberman shows.
He uses two big words for me. I can't follow. But you said you went on a sardine fast.
Yeah, and this wasn't a Huberman thing.
I know, but
All right, yeah. So I went on a sardine fast, and the goal of the fast was. So I've done all the different types of eating to. One, it's to see how I feel as a result of it. Sometimes it's just to clear the system, right?
Sure.
I mean, I'm more like, you know what I mean, gut health, all the shit they talk about, right?
Yeah, you seem to haven't been able to. You seem to always be trying something new, though.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just to hoping for little resets or whatever, right? Whatever binge diet of the month, I'm in for. And in this case, what's so interesting about the world today is the come and go of everything is so fast. I feel like everybody was talking about sardine fast for a month ago.
I have literally never heard of a sardine fast. It's the oddest two words together that I could. I'm like, what?
Okay. So here,
I don't know. It's you want to be skinny to fit. You know what I mean? It's it's actual sardines.
So it's eating just sardines. Mm-hmm. Okay. And my buddy Carrie, longtime friend, was the first who brought this up to me. And And interestingly enough, about 2 years ago, he was telling me how he was on this diet of sardines for lunch, and then he was eating like ground turkey or something, or ground lamb for dinner. And it was a way of like allowing your body to whatever heal as you process whatever the fuck. Okay.
Omega-3.
Yeah, all that stuff, right? So I did this sardine fast. But what happened as a result of the sardine fast was I got into, let's just call it a deep dive into sardine, because I ate, and I was shocked. I'm a big eater. I like to eat. I have a pretty big appetite. And I was thinking that I would probably end up eating like between 6 and 10 cans of sardines a day.
Oh, that was one of my questions.
Yeah.
All canned or fresh?
All canned.
Okay.
And I'm sure, if you did this in Portugal or Greece, you could certainly do fresh sardines. But so anyway, I got into the sardine fast and very quickly found that I was getting bored of sardines. It's easy to get bored of sardines.
Well, I read a story about how good sardines are for you.
Yeah.
And that kids should have them, right?
Okay.
For whatever.
Sure.
Brain function, whatever.
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot of DHA.
Here we go.
There's a lot of omega.
Yeah.
And the thing that's interesting about sardines, especially when they're packed in quality olive oil, which I don't know that many are.
Yeah.
I think they're all full of shit. Not all, but I think even great canneries, let's say in Portugal and in Spain, I think they say olive oil.
Well, it's...
But I'm pretty sure it's
olive-ish.
sunflower.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Just by the color?
And the flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, since reading this, I've been having my son eat sardines, and he loves them. It's great.
That's
so,
good.
it's great. Open the can, sardines, avocados, whatever, and he likes them. It's just been difficult to find the sardines that are just the big plump meat, right?
Okay, this is interesting. Go ahead.
Without the whole, I don't want to deal with the whole thing, right? Just
You don't like the whole thing? Like you don't like the bones and stuff, you're saying?
I will. Well, I like the fillets. It's just easier to make. My son's
Like a
not going to
sandwich
deal
or
with
something?
it. Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, it's easier to pull it apart. If it can pull apart easily,
I see.
not leave the bones aside.
I've already got you on this.
Okay.
I've got you.
Okay. Well, it's hard to find those without the stuff in them, because the way that they're trying to market it now is like there's pesto on and sun-dried tomato, and they'll have like all these different flavorings, which I feel isn't. Just give me the normal one, and I'll put my own pesto on it or whatever.
Interesting.
Right. And I just want the good, fat, meaty fillets.
Okay.
Right.
Now, I've honestly never come across a sardine that was filleted.
Really?
Or at least the ones I buy are always whole ones.
With the head and everything?
Not with the head, but like they're usually like gutted and beheaded, right?
Escabeche. Know what escabeche meant? Or like headless something?
I don't know.
I think that's what it meant. Like cut the head off and throw it in or whatever.
So escabeche was one of the flavors that I got.
Okay.
But escabeche is like, for me, like the origins of ceviche, escabeche, right? And to me, that's in vinegar. Escabeche, when I hear escabeche.
I think it was like headless in like a vinegar. Yeah. Preserved.
Okay.
This is going back, but I feel like it was like cut the head off, put it in vinegar, and that's escabeche.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the history of escabeche, but the escabeche version of sardines I got were excellent. They were from a cannery called Donosti Foods, which was like a food distributor, a guy from Milwaukee, I want to say, spent a lot of time in Spain and fell in love with, all
like
this.
The power tools?
I know, but I think he's from the Midwest. It was just I found these sardines, and I'm like, I really wanted to switch up the flavors, because I did a preemptive 2-day sardine fast with what I thought was my favorite sardine, Ortiz. Ortiz, very classic, old school Spanish company.
Tuna all the time,
Yeah.
The cans for sardines and stuff. We're getting so much more of these things in the States, and they all look awesome. They look kind of like retro looking.
Yeah, I had some of the Portuguese ones. I want to say there was it was a reference to a girl or something. It's like a salty lady. I don't know. There's in Whole Foods, there's a Portuguese cannery it's called like the Tin Lady or something like that. They make great sardines and very good flavors. I always liked their lemon ones, were very good. But I went through like 5 different brands of sardines as a part of this fast.
So during the fast, you kept trying different. And how many cans of sardines were you eating per day?
So I ate up to 4
4 cans.
and shock, and I think 1 can of sardines is about 200 calories. So I was eating 4 cans of sardines and stuffed for the day.
Huh.
And one of the things about, it's like a complete protein, and there's like a great ratio of fats to proteins and all this stuff. But anyway, like I was shocked that I was full from 4 little cans for the whole day. But if you want the big fillet, or at least the big sardines, Ortiz was the biggest sardines because there was like 3.
Biggest, like, hassle-free.
It's just the largest sardine as far as the ones that I had. They have their classic ones, and then they have the ones a la antigua, which I don't know what differentiates them, but I like the flavor of the a la antigua better.
What does that mean?
It means old school style.
Old school, right.
Old school style, a la antigua.
They're not different sizes. They're just a different flavor.
Different flavor, yes.
Okay.
And then I had escabeche ones, which were great, which essentially had like a little carrot. One's, I love how they put one, one of everything. They're very beautifully packed, but you like pop it open, it has like 1 slice of carrot, a little pepper, and then I also had like a classic olive oil one. Oh, and my favorites, picantonas. So, and I don't know if this is just a Spanish thing or something, but essentially like a peel, like a couple pieces of garlic and a little bit of like little baby chili. And I like a little bit of smoky spice. Yeah, it was like a little bit of smoky spice called picantonas, like little spicy guys.
Okay.
Little spicy sardines. But I found that through my sardine journey, I prefer a smaller sardine. They're more tender, and I noticed that sometimes they don't scale the sardines. I also noticed like different techniques used.
Different levels of preparation.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And sometimes the Ortiz had a larger sardine. It was meatier, and it was certainly, if you want to like fillet them and pull them off the bone, easier for that. But I noticed that they don't all the way scale them, and sometimes the scales would be a texture that I was like, I don't. And I'm into cartilage and all that stuff, but I didn't like the scale.
You are into cartilage. You just had some cartilage soup.
Yes, a little tendon soup, and it was delicious.
Suck that down.
I'm a big. I like textures, and I don't shy away. But for some reason, it wasn't my favorite. The Ortiz, the big Ortiz.
The big
sardines.
Ortiz wasn't your favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many days did you do the?
So I did 4 full days of eating just sardines.
And what was the hope to?
Well, let's start.
What was the desired end result?
I was actually, I felt really good. I think one of my issues is that I just love eating so much. I don't know when to stop. And the off button for me happens once my brain has recognized my satiation way too late. Like right now, I am fucking stuffed. We had 2 bowls of pho. We wanted to try 2 different ones. Then I sucked down a nice coffee, and I had a big water. I feel like I'm underwater. I am like...
That wasn't that much.
Dude, I know, but I don't
We
know
ate
what...
the same.
I'm stuffed.
We even hit the
right
gym
now.
this morning.
We even hit the gym, and I'm stuffed right now. Like I feel... I'm also jet lagged and complaining like a little bitch. Like a little, you know what I
And
mean?
you
Like
sweat
first
olive oil,
world
so
bitch.
it's, yeah.
So,
They didn't do my laundry right. It has a different scent to
I
it in this
know.
hotel. This fancy hotel.
I know. So, so the sardine fast, the goal was, first off, to see if, how do you feel as a result of it? It's certainly, there is something nice, I will say, about not surrounding the entire dopamine spike of your day around food. I do realize how much of my life it revolves around eating.
Sure.
And
Or thinking about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like your clothes. It's like black and white. You know what I mean? It's nice to just like
Know what it's going to be. Okay,
And-
so it's multifaceted fasting.
Yeah,
it's like don't want to think about it.
Yeah, it's like
I'm going to wear my white shirt with my
black
olive-
shorts,
black shorts,
or my olive
whatever.
shorts. Yeah, keep it simple. Not make everything about food. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard not to make everything
I'm
about
gonna
food.
think about nachos while I'm eating my 18th tin of sardines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it was nice, and I did feel great. I
Good.
will say I felt great. But certainly, I mean, you know, it was one of those things where so my aunt was visiting, my Aunt Ada.
This was in.
This was in it was in Florida.
Okay.
So I had been like traveling a bunch. You know,
I felt like I thought you mean Spain because it seems like a Basque thing to do.
I'm gonna do it when I'm gonna spend some time in Spain this summer, and I'm certainly gonna do like a few days of sardines, and I'll mix in some fresh grilled and some cans and whatever. It's easy to do there because fucking a can of beautiful sardines is like, you know, $1.50, whereas a nice can of sardines in the United States is like
$8.
Yeah, it's like $10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, but yeah, so it was nice to like kind of take a little reset and not think about what you're eating the whole time. Although I did certainly go into a rabbit hole of sardines.
Yeah, you just go exactly. You just replace.
Yeah, exactly. Replace the obsession with, and then of course, so my aunt was in town, and she's like, "What are you cooking for us today?" And you know, she always gets us excited to eat my food, and.
You just light a can across the table.
Well, no. So I'm cooking for them. She's like, I really want a steak. I like the way you make steak. So I went and bought these beautiful steaks, and then I'm like grilling or roasting mushrooms, doing the whole thing, right? And they're like, "You're not going to eat with us?" And I'm like, popping a can.
Of course I am. Yeah.
Of course I am, right? And it was tough. It's tough to not even taste your wares, right? Like I'm like slicing down this beautiful ribeye I made for them, beautiful char on it. I'm hitting it with Maldon salt, and I'm like setting up the table for my mom and my aunt.
You're like, but that sardine has that little pepper.
They
in
were
it. You're looking
laughing
forward
at
to
me.
it. Yeah, of course.
Oh my God,
of course.
dude. And then in my
Who
mind,
ever heard
I'm
of
like,
a sardine fast? Really? Could you imagine you're like, okay,
"Okay."
what?
It's funny because I feel like it's such a first world thing to relegate yourself to something that people never chose. You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee you there were people like, another can of sardines, another day, another sardine. And then for us, you know, in this case, but it was cool. I will do it again, and I will report back. But
Cool. I had on my list here, sardine fast, WTF.
what the fuck?
What the fuck, or why the fish?
Why the fish? It was good. It's a fad that has come and gone.
In your life.
No, I think the internet, dude. The internet's fucked up.
It's like plugged into your brain, too. It's telling you all kinds of things. to
Dude, the internet is fucked up because, I mean, just, you know, sardine fast is one thing, and now...
They gotcha. You know, that's probably some marketing by Ortiz or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I saw a couple videos of Spaniards complaining about how they're like, Americans are destroying the cost of sardines.
Ah, well.
So, you know.
You know, interesting enough, hard pivot. Again, that's the way we do this show. I was speaking to a guy today at the hotel while I was waiting for you to come downstairs.
Okay.
Who was importing cashews from Vietnam to Turkey. Because I don't grow there. But then we got to talking about all the various nuts as one does.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know...
Yes, one does.
And I was like, you know, California has a lot of almonds.
Yeah.
Use a lot of water. You guys don't have a lot of water there. Do you guys get almonds too? Yeah. They said 90% of almonds in Turkey come from California. 90%.
Wow.
But I'm like, almonds seem like such a ubiquitous part of like Middle Eastern cuisine. They're on everything.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I thought that was
From
really interesting.
baklava to...
Yeah, there's like
Most
walnuts and stuff.
pastries.
Walnuts are pretty common too. And I forgot to ask about walnuts, but I thought that was an amazing and timely fact to trip across that one.
Yes. And what an interesting guy.
Yeah.
There's somebody for everything in this world. I mean, you bump into the right person at the lobby and you're talking about fucking walnuts. Or
Cashew.
and you forget to bring up walnuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I've never met anybody who knew a lot about nuts.
Got to ask more questions.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I do know that northern Italy is quite the place for hazelnuts. That I do know.
Nutella.
Right, exactly.
Duh.
Yeah. How about pistachios?
Oh, so the pistachios come from California as well.
Oh, really?
But they
Okay.
do a lot of the processing for them here. So they ship over like whole, whatever, green pistachio, whatever they call them, before they're roasted and peeled and
Okay, gotcha.
turned into milks and all that kind of stuff. And then they'll export that stuff, like the finished product. It's just like oil. It's kind of funny.
Huh.
It's refined here.
Got it.
You know, kind of goes different places.
I wonder what the rules are to be able to call it. I guess if it's grown or produced,
Who knows?
there's all kinds. I'm
Yeah,
sure
there's all
of
kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we were talking today about people here in Vietnam have to buy their stuff from America that's made in Vietnam.
Yes.
You know?
It's quite the thing. It happens in the Philippines too, where
Yeah.
I think Adidas is the example they always use, where they'll make the item here, they'll ship it to the United States, they'll then ship it back to the country of origin from whence, is that a word? From where it was made, here in Vietnam as an example, or in Philippines. Then you're paying all the VAT and you're paying all the import tax, and before you know it, it's a luxury good, although it was made down the street.
Right. Well, they got to deal with all that stuff. It's understandable.
It's it's interesting to me that I very seldom will buy anything in Asia because I'm like, I could buy the same pair of.
Because it doesn't fit in your fancy suitcase. You already have your three white shirts, 3 black
That's
shirts,
true.
2. So
That's
what are you going to
also-
do? Buy another fancy suitcase?
I do
You get it.
need another pair of Stan Smiths. They're coming towards the end. But anyway,
You ever polish them?
yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? Hotels are good for that. I never take advantage of the hotel shoe service. I'll do that this time,
They don't polish tennis shoes, do they?
dude. Yes,
That was a joke.
No. Many hotels, when you go in, nicer hotels, when you go in, it'll say like, there's a bunch of the hotels that I've been in where they have complimentary shoes
Sure.
cleaning service. So
But even sneaks.
sneaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I wanted to ask you a question yesterday, and forgive me if I did. I don't think I did.
Okay.
Or have asked you this in the past. It all kind of runs together in my brain.
All right.
But when someone brings a wine to your house,
Oh.
I kind of think just open it right away. It's what they want.
Yeah, I'm
You
with
know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
Or is it like something that you're supposed to
like
reserve for later?
cherish.
Not cherish, but you know what I mean? How is that taken? Like, here's a wine where you open it for me and pour it, or here's a gift for your home.
You know, that's an interesting one, Tone, because I've gotten gifts for sure from people that bring wine and stuff. If it fits into the theme of the evening, I think there's no reason not to open it.
Okay.
I think, right? And there's been other times like,
I guess you would say like, save this for later. This is you know what I mean? If it wasn't just like, this is what we're drinking tonight, please open it for us.
I mean, I think there's a couple ways. You'll know the friend. It depends on the friend.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think
Situational.
yeah, some friends bring over wine. They're like, pop this sometime I brought this for you.
Right.
And a good example of that is my buddy Ronnie. Ronnie will, every once in a while, will like throw a little wine in my pile or, hey, I got this for you. And it's not like, the idea is not, let's pop it. It's more like, hey, this is for you to pop at some point. And I'll do that for him too. I'll just bring him a wine or whatever. But
You guys just shift wine from one part of the cellar to the next.
yeah, exactly.
Just put this on your shelf.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to say that 95% of the time, though, if a wine is brought over, let's pop it.
Okay.
I'd say.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got a planned evening, like for example, like there's nights where, hey, we're going to drink Italian wine tonight, and somebody will bring the odd Cabernet or whatever. It's like, hey, we're drinking Italian wine tonight. We'll throw that in the pile for another night.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
You still got to kind of manage it. And it's not like the people expect you to open it or to not open it. You just kind of manage it.
How do you feel? I mean, you've been to many parties where you bring a wine. Have you not?
I have. I feel like it's not like, oh, I'm bringing the wine that I would like to drink, so I'm going to bring. It's like, is this for the group or is it just for me? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally situational.
Right.
It's totally, because in that case, it's just like, hey, I came over. I'm gonna pop this wine.
Right.
That's totally cool too.
You know,
I
in
feel
I was thinking about South Africa when I was living there, and everybody brings their own thing to every party. Like
it's
they have
it's
a braai
BYO
pack.
culture.
Everything is BYO, I guess, because they just braai like barbecue all the time.
Oh.
So you can go to the grocery store and get braai packs that are like a few
What
kinds of
does
sausage.
braai mean?
It's like the cookout. It's like a grill.
Okay.
in Dutch. I think Afrikaans.
Okay. I've never been to South Africa, so
You're going to have to check it out.
yeah.
So you go to the store and you just buy a bri pack, and they'll have these little coolers that can fit like a 6-pack in your bri pack. So
Oh, get
everyone
out.
just brings over their thing, and the host will cook everything, but everybody has their own little bri pack.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think taking responsibility for your own drinking habits is not only responsible, but it also ensures that you're enjoying. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's what you. So you want the wine served that you bring?
I'm going to bring my own wine. I've done that often. I've gone to parties knowing that it's not going to be that exceptional, and I'll bring my own exceptional, and I'll even hide the exceptional, knowing that people will want my exceptional.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It's always difficult when you're like trying to organize a party and people are bringing things. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's like the potluck. I don't like a potluck.
I don't like a potluck.
It ends up you can't like craft
Yeah.
the overall experience, and you don't want to have 2 green salads and organizing it, and you never know what's going to show up, and et cetera, et cetera. For example, we were doing something with a bunch of other families with kids, and we're like, okay, we'll do s'mores. They want s'mores. Somebody has graham crackers. Somebody has chocolate bars. Somebody has, but it shows up, and you know how the simpler the recipe is, the more exacting the details have to be.
Like a BLT.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Like a BLT. So we had the right graham crackers.
Okay. What is the right graham cracker? The honey ones?
Not the honey ones, but God, the brand name, Nabisco, whatever.
Okay. I like
Graham crackers.
Fair.
Just
Okay.
normal. They probably wrote the recipe. It's from Hershey's or Nabisco or something.
Got it.
Right? You
ConAgra. Whoever owns your soul for the week.
You need the right size, the regular sized marshmallows. You can't have the big ones,
Okay.
right? And you need the regular Hershey's bar.
Right, because it fits perfectly onto
Fits perfectly, one section, one length or bar or whatever. Not
Sure.
one bar, but
But like
the
a
3.
slice. It's like the double
whatever,
slice, right?
Whatever it's called, like the little, where it breaks.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
width-wise.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The marshmallows were too big. The chocolate was too thick. Still Hershey's, but a thicker bar.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
this wasn't during 4th of July, so usually those things are all on the same end of the aisle.
Okay.
Just grab it. It's like a pack,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
for
yeah.
it. But here we were dealing with too thick chocolate, too big marshmallows, right size thing. It was a mess. It was a disaster.
Oh my God. For 3 ingredients.
For 3 ingredients,
Oh,
right?
man.
And it just goes to show you how perfect those things have to be to work out. Because the big marshmallows, and then the it was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was all over the kids.
No.
And then the big chocolate, it didn't like melt enough.
Yeah.
So it was like breaking all over the place. It's
I've
a
never
disaster.
I've never had a proper s'more.
Oh God, you're so like not American.
Dude,
Well, not a proper s'more, not a s'more. Always
Both.
like a fancy s'more at a
No,
fancy restaurant.
Okay. So the first time I ever even learned about s'mores, so my dad had taken the family on a trip to the Poconos, like this, the Poconos. But for those who may not know, it's like a forested area in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
New Yorkers like to go there. Philadelphians like to go there. It's like this nice little, lots of lakes and forest. It's like a beautiful place to summer. Let's say even winter, sure. And so I just was walking around as kids do, trying to make friends at the lake, and I get invited to a s'more thing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Sure. It's like, just look for the campfire, and we'll be around there. And then I go to this thing.
How old could you have been? 12?
I was like 10 or 11.
And you'd never had a s'more?
Never had
You'd
a
had
s'more.
sardines. But you had never
sure.
had a s'more.
For sure. I mean, and
From your dad to say, never hang out with Americans.
yes, exactly right. Well, I mean, dude, I remember being like, I had no idea what it was. And they were all I did was burn a marshmallow, right, on a stick. And I didn't know how to make the s'more. I didn't know that there was a whole fucking thing to it.
Did a whole world open up to you when they showed you how? Was it?
I didn't quite get it. It didn't
make sense to you.
It didn't compute, and I
Right.
didn't know how to warm up the chocolate. All I remember is that I wished that the marshmallow that I had on my stick was a hot dog. I just remember thinking to myself, this would be really much cooler if this was a hot dog
Well,
on
you
a
eat
stick.
hot dogs first, and then you have the s'mores after. Use the same stick. That's kind of,
Well, to this day, I haven't had a proper s'more.
Okay. We can fix that.
I'd like to try a real s'more, like with the proper melting and the proper all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Is it a sandwich? Do you make
Well, yes.
Okay, so you do graham chocolate, melted marshmallow, and then another graham.
Yeah.
And does the chocolate itself? How do you melt it? How do
Well,
you?
it gets just a little soft. I wouldn't say melted, but
Okay.
it gets a little bit warm.
How do you put it over the fire?
No, just from the marshmallow.
From the marshmallow.
It all kind of sits together and gets gooey, but the marshmallow should just be right the size you just tap the top, just squeeze it gently, and it kind of plumps out,
Okay.
right?
Ah.
The hot marshmallow.
So the hot marshmallow.
it's not dripping out the sides like my last experience, and it was
All
like
right.
coming all over.
with
the-
that with that damn marshmallow. It was too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. The same way that a pancake with maple syrup doesn't quite make sense to me.
So you
I know
basically
people
grew
like
up in
it.
America, in New Jersey, but you did not have an American experience until you're still kind of searching for it.
Yeah, I've never really had a s'more. Okay, so the closest thing I've had to a s'more.
I just mean the whole American experience. You were like hidden from America growing up
Yeah.
in South Jersey.
I mean, you got to think of it like the weekends. For me growing up, I was either at my mom's house or at my dad's house, right? And if I was with my mom, then we're going to some Puerto Rican cookout with the
Beans
family.
and rice. And
It's fucking arroz con gandules and a fucking and a big pernil.
Gandules? Is that the frijoles?
Gandules. It's like a like
Pigeon peas?
Yeah, like pigeon peas with like annatto colored rice.
Uh-huh.
Right? It's that. Sometimes potato salad makes it to the party. I'm not sure how. And then always there is a whole roasted pork shoulder and pasteles, which are essentially like yuca tamales with chunks of pork and olives in it.
Yuca tamales.
Yeah, so they'll make like a masa. Instead of using corn, they'll use either yuca
Okay.
or they'll use plantains, mash it up, and it's like a slow cooked, like a tamale, but it's not as grainy texture. It's
Okay.
softer on the inside.
Okay.
So it's pasteles.
Pasteles. I thought that was like a dessert. Pasteles.
Pastel also means cake,
Okay.
but in Puerto Rico, pastel is this yuca tamale. I know it's
See,
confusing.
it like we're talking about all the different things that some word in Vietnamese means. It's the same all over the world.
It's the same all
Yeah.
over the world. Yeah, I agree. But so Puerto Ricans, they just it's sometimes chuletas, which are just like pork chops. It's a pretty standard thing. And as far as dessert will go, tres leches and flan.
Tres
That's about
leches
it.
is so good.
It is delicious. Sometimes pineapple or you know what I mean, things like that.
It's funny the things that, pineapple happens. But it's funny some of the ingredients that are olives. Like olives are in a lot of those foods, but
everything.
but they don't grow olives there,
No, they don't.
right? It's like the capers in Colombia.
Yes.
Colombia. There's capers on some of their like standard dishes.
Agreed,
Yet
yes.
they do not alcaparras.
Alcaparras, yeah.
Do not
Nice.
grow.
They do
in
not.
Colombia.
Not that I know of.
Right. I
Not
don't
that
think
I
so.
know.
I remember doing a little research, being like, how do capers end up
In everything?
on sancocho? No,
Ajiaco
ajiaco.
as a garnish on the side.
Right.
No, I don't know. I don't know how that. Listen, it's funny because my uncle Richard, he's a good cook. He loves to cook. He's loves to make Puerto Rican specialties. And the joke, the going joke with him is like, it's not finished unless there's an olive in it, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be rice, it could be beans.
I do love olives.
I do too, but
It's not finished unless there's an olive.
Yes, at least one. And it could be the magic olive, like you're lucky if you got the olive.
Got it.
But there just has to be an olive. And I don't know what the deal is with the olive, but it certainly makes its rounds. And so, but yeah, it's either that or we would go to, if it was my dad's weekend, we would go to a random Spaniard's house. You know what I mean? Like, they make friends, and then there's like the weekends, and then you're celebrating a birthday, or you're visiting somebody for a cookout, and then you're eating tortilla española with the potato and the eggs,
Uh-huh.
or you're eating gambas al
Which
ajillo.
weekend did you like the most?
Well, the Puerto Rican weekends would always be colorful. because somebody fought with somebody, a sister. My mom has a big dysfunctional family. That means I have a big dysfunctional family. There was always somebody cheating on somebody, or somebody, a sister who got in a fight with a different sister, aunt in this case.
Yeah.
So it was always colorful, and it was always there was more kids at those, right? Because Puerto Ricans like to procreate. Meanwhile, my dad was friends with mostly academics, and my dad had me at an older age. So those were a little drier, those cookouts. It was one where I was expected to just hang out
Children
and
should
listen
be
to
seen and not heard.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And it was at those parties I learned etiquette because I was
No one. This is explaining so much.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll never forget. We went to a party at my dad's very good friend's house, who was a professor at Villanova, and we went to this party. And growing up, I had all these, fake uncles. I think a lot of us have those fake family friend uncles. They were all Spaniards that were former priests, because my dad was a priest. And anyway, so very often at Antonio Roman's house, one of my dad's best friends, he would do this big, beautiful spread of all different types of foods. And it could be roasted mushrooms.
Made it himself, or was it kind of...
Yeah, usually he would make a bunch of stuff and just put it in the center table. And this was stuff that you would eat throughout the cooking. Like, then they would grill chicken or whatever, barbecue. But one time, again, I'm by myself. I'm the only child. And there's, 10 adults drinking cognac and smoking cigarettes and talking shit. And I'm just supposed to watch fucking, Ted Koppel and, entertain myself, right? If I'm not, with them talking. And so I ended up eating. This is where I came up with the shrimp tail thing.
The shrimp tail.
I started eating shrimp tails because it was a way to hide the evidence of the consumption that I had.
So wait. I don't recall speaking about the shrimp tail thing. So you eat the whole shrimp, you're saying, not just picking out the tails out of the ashtray. You're eating the whole thing with the tails.
Right. So what happened was all the adults were doing adult things, talking about politics and all that shit, and I had fucking had it. I went inside to the house. They're all outside
Were you
grilling.
going to get in trouble for eating all the shrimp? Is that...
I got in trouble because I ate almost all of the shrimp, but I was just bored out of my fucking mind. And I was left to my own devices inside of the house while all the adults were inside.
Ted Koppel or shrimp cocktail? Ted Koppel or shrimp cocktail?
Right. And I fucking devoured what must have been the majority of the shrimp. And when my dad came inside...
what do they expect?
I don't know. For you to be...
To be seen and
not heard
and
or
not eat.
Yes, exactly. So my dad comes in. He sees that I have left behind this fucking treasure trove of shrimp tails, and it's obviously me that's eating them all. And my dad had a talking to. And my dad said, "You're not the only person here. Did you know that?" And I'm like, "Well, right now I am." And he's like, "Well, look what you did. You ate all the shrimp. Go apologize to Antonio Roman, the guy who was hosting the party. You have ruined his shrimp presentation. Now nobody else can eat shrimp because you took it upon yourself to eat most of the shrimp. You have a problem. You're just like your mother, blah, blah, blah." Right? And so I went outside and I apologized to this guy, and he was so uncomfortable, I could tell. He's like, "Your father is pulling you into this conversation." Anyway, long story short, from that day on, I started eating the shrimp tails.
You didn't stop eating the shrimp.
Yeah.
You just started eating the shrimp tails.
I started eating the shrimp tails because I'm like, well, if there's no fucking evidence, I'm not getting yelled at.
You can't put together the empty bowl.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
There's a way around this.
There's no forensic evidence.
Right.
So
it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Exactly right. So anyway.
And you still eat the shrimp tails to this day?
That is correct.
Huh.
Yeah, I still eat the shrimp tails.
There's some psychological stuff going on there. You're still eating the shrimp tails.
Sure is.
I've always wondered, I was thinking about this the other day. Speaking of shrimp and shrimp tails.
Okay.
And one of our favorite places in Manila, which is the steakhouse.
Oh, Wolfgang's?
When you want to be back in America for an hour, Go
Yes.
there for a strip steak and a shrimp cocktail and a Caesar salad.
It's fantastic.
It's great.
And
And there's one there's two of them.
there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in Asia, which is crazy.
Yeah, there's like more in Manila than there is in the United States, I feel like.
Right. So anyway, I'm eating these shrimp cocktail. Great. But it's like, I agree. I do not eat the whole tail, but that little nugget that's in there, in that tail
know.
section.
Do you bite it out?
Well, yeah. I'm like, I'm gotten good at taking it out with my fork and knife. I can
Ooh,
do it. But it's
nice.
like, why do they leave the tail on? I want that little nugget.
So,
I don't want to leave it there. You're going to eat it.
This is an interesting one.
You have real info on this?
This is an interesting one. So, what is the point of leaving the tail on? Let's start there.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay.
It's a presentation thing that it's fresher from some point. Or,
I don't know what the deal is.
That you peeled it in house? I don't know.
Is it because it's a pain in the ass?
But it's not any more of a pain in the ass than peeling the
whole
first,
thing. You're
7/8
absolutely
of
right.
it.
So, there was a guy that was a pretty celebrated chef in South Jersey. I don't know why. So this guy had a restaurant called Blackbird, right? And
I've heard of this. Oh, well, there's a place in Manila called Blackbird also.
oh, right. Okay. So there was this guy in South Jersey who had a couple restaurants. He did pretty well for himself until he didn't. But he always took the shells off of his shrimp. And I remember very specifically saying, like, hey, I kind of like, I went to his restaurant a few
Nothing to
times.
hide. Like, nothing to hide. You can eat it and there's no evidence that you have to mulch down.
Well, and I thought it was also, listen, I mean, how many times have you had a shrimp pasta dish or a shrimp rice dish or whatever?
And there's shells in there.
And there's shells in there. Right. It doesn't make sense. And he very eloquently explained to me, he's like, why would I not pull the shrimp tail off?
Makes sense to me.
When it's just a bunch of extra work.
Oh, when it's just a bunch of
for the diner.
Right.
Anyway, anytime I think I've never really seen people pull the tails off. Now,
You mean restaurants?
restaurants, in most situations,
I think it's just become one of these things you don't question. It's just like, this is how shrimp are presented.
but check it out, right? Yeah, you're right. Because look, for example, like I like ebi nigiris and I like ama ebi, which is like the little the sweet shrimp and the spot prawns. I like all those, but there's no other sushi where there's like evidence or bones or anything left behind. So it's weird.
It is weird. It doesn't keep it together. It doesn't have any.
It doesn't have but
Well, if you're going to pick it up by the tail and eat
there
it that
you
way.
go.
Okay.
Maybe the shrimp
All
cocktail
right.
specifically, since you're doing the dippy dip.
That does make sense.
That's when it makes sense to have them. But anyway, the whole point about this Blackbird guy is years later, he got in big trouble for being a fucking creep, but like a super extra over-the-top creep, like the worst kind. And while I emulated the shrimp taillessness after that, something about this guy.
Where is this going?
Well, I think of him.
I'm
when I
like
think
clenched up. I'm like, what is he gonna say next?
He was bad. He was a bad man. He did like think of the worst. He was an Epstein chef.
Okay.
But like for real.
Mm-hmm.
And so now out of I did some shrimp dishes or paella. I would pull the tail off.
Paella.
That's the Argentinian
Okay.
paella. But anyway, I keep the tails on now because that guy was such a creep that I relate the tailless shrimp to him, and I'm like, fuck that guy.
You and the tail and the shrimp has got all kinds of deep little valleys and crevasses to
It
go
really
through
does.
between your dad yelling at you to eating the tails to this guy who's a bad guy who took the tails off. You don't
Right.
know what to do.
No,
Wow. That got crazy.
it sure did.
Oh my gosh.
It sure did. So yeah. So I don't know, man.
Leave the tails on your shrimp.
Sure.
But these
Sure.
days you don't have to also eat the tail. But you still do.
So at our favorite spot, one of our favorite spots in Manila is also the Hong Kong Master Chef,
Yes.
right? At the Seafood Paluto. And
That place where we did the whole video and then they forgot to record our voices.
yeah. Yes.
But it's
that place.
Pluto. It's great. You go through the market. It's awesome. You buy whatever you want,
Fresh
and then they
seafood
cook it in a
market,
certain.
yeah.
They weigh it at the Hong Kong Master Chef, and they cook it whatever preparation you like.
Yes. And I think my favorite dish there at this point are the live shrimp that they cook salt and pepper style with like Szechuan chilies and garlic.
The whole shell's on those.
And those are
And you can just chomp through the whole thing. I like to take the tail.
They're
I like to
tender.
take the legs off though. I like to take the legs off, and then I'm okay eating the shell.
Okay.
But the whole leg, it's a little bit too much for
Too
me.
crunchy. Too much going on.
Too little, too much going on. But I'll eat just without the legs.
Okay.
And not the tail, but I'll just eat the rest.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the whole thing. But anyway, yeah. So I guess I don't know many people that eat the whole tail. To be honest,
Not many people have the psychological damage that you have every time you see a shrimp tail, trying to figure out what the fuck to do with it.
You're absolutely right.
I'm gonna end this with a few new words I found.
Okay.
When your stomach rumbles, it's called a womble.
What?
I was a little wombly this morning because you were very smart yesterday and didn't put a lot of spice in your food. And I'm like, I can take it. I'm in Vietnam.
Right.
I'm going for it. And I felt
Right.
great. But this morning was a little bit
Rough?
It was a little bit rough.
Interesting.
We got through it, but it's a little rough. And if you didn't
And
notice,
by we, it was you and your stomach?
yeah, and you didn't comment on this today since we had two pho, that I stayed away from the spice a little bit just to give him a little break.
Good for look. Sometimes you need to take a little break, and I wonder if it's the chili seeds that make you womble, or if it's like the actual spice.
I just thought that might be a word that you could
I like the
utilize
womble.
more in your future.
I like that. Thank you for that.
And I found another fun word. The wire cage that holds a cork is called an.
The wire.
You should
this
know
is on
this.
champagne.
Yeah,
The cage.
yeah, a graph.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
With GRAF.
ARGRAFFE. And I cannot vouch for that
Rough.
because I tried to spell that like 4 or 5 different times and my spell checker kept trying to like change it to something.
Oh, interesting.
So I just had to like
Must
say,
be a-
stop, don't. Just type what I'm saying, phone. Just like, don't change me.
I hate that.
So I think that's correct.
A graph.
A graph.
I've never been to Champagne, but I'll. It's a goal of mine in the next calendar year to make it to Champagne.
Really?
Yes.
How many calendar goals do you have? How many places? How many buckets are on your bucket list these days?
This year, I must make it to Burgundy, and I really want to make it to Champagne.
Okay.
And France in general has been tops of my list. I was blessed enough to make it to Turkey. It's always been on the list of mine.
Well, now you know where
Mental list.
all the almonds come from.
California.
Yeah.
Well done, California. Well done. And then Greece. I've gotten a chance to do that a couple times, so I scratched that itch. It's certainly feels lived in Greece. I'd like to do some more island hopping in Greece, but Greece is cool. But I've done that. But France has been calling.
Okay.
And
You want to go France summer, winter, harvest season? When's the time to go?
I feel like the fall is a spectacular time.
Sure.
Great for braises, great for turn of the year, great for wine.
That's what you think of when you think of Burgundy.
Yeah,
Right?
I think of like fall dishes, absolutely. Like coq au vin with like a beautiful bottle of Chambon Moussagne or something like that.
Nice.
Some beef bourgogne. I'm dying to have some great snails. I want to eat like just a jambon beurre in like a park
Yeah.
in Paris. Some steak frites.
So there's not a big wine culture in Vietnam here. Are you missing some of your wineness?
No, I feel like it's so fucking hot here.
The heat with the tiger beer with a
It's perfect.
goblet of ice.
Yes.
That's great.
And I like the fact that they put the ice in the glass, and it's about keeping you refreshed. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, like, so it's not often that you see like a beer with ice in it.
Of course.
But here, I mean, even
It was like a big long ice cube too. It's a big one.
Big-
So it stayed,
yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
like crushed ice or anything like that.
yeah, and it's refreshing. I think here it's about hydration, drinking.
Uh-huh.
Or at least in a hot tropical environment, it's about hydration. It's not necessarily, I don't know, man. I feel like a hangover here would be wicked.
I'm sure it would be.
You know what I mean? Based on, just trying to keep up with your hydration. But it's fucking hot.
Cool.
It's hot for me here. I'm just.
You can tell you're like sitting under the air conditioning. Well, we have 2 more days to go here. A day and a half, I should say. We're gonna go to I forget which restaurant we're going to.
Tonight is Anan tonight.
Anan tonight. We'll have more to report back on that.
Yeah,
we're having a great time.
I'm loving Vietnam, and I'm feeling like it'll be interesting after tonight to see how this feels. But it really feels like Vietnam is just such an incredible street food culture.
Right.
That I'm wondering if it's not to say that there can't be fancy examples of Vietnamese food, but there's a lot of charm in just how relaxed and convivial.
You look back in the kitchen, quote unquote, and it's like a 2-burner. It's like, where are you cooking all this stuff? How does it happen?
Yeah.
I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around how the food gets into the bowls or wherever on the table, because they're working with very little.
They really are. It'll be like a portable burner and like a couple bowls.
Pot of broth and like some fresh herbs. Yeah.
No, it's interesting, but I've been loving pho. But pho's filling. Pho, like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard. I'm wondering if tomorrow it makes more sense to finish with pho. You know what I mean? Because once I have a bowl of pho, I'm like sleepy. I'm like relaxed.
We'll figure it out.
We'll battle through it.
I had my first chicken pho, which was good.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually.
Light and clean, right?
Yeah, I mean, pho's all light and clean to me.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That is true.
But yeah, it was great. And then we had 2 different broths, one after the other, and quite different.
Quite different. We've had 3 phos so far, and every pho has definitely had its
own kind of style and different aromatics.
And it's been interesting that your favorites have not. They've all been great. So let's start there. They've all been between a 9 and a 9.5. They're all delicious.
Right.
And they all have their style to them. But
you know, you've got such a discerning palate. I need a little bit more of an aggressive flavor, and you like the lighter the
flavor.
better.
Yeah, and I'm more of like I like a softer.
You like the geisha brand of pho broth, and I'm more like the Folgers brand of pho broth. Yeah. All right. All right. We'll have more to report soon. Thank you very much for listening to Overseasoned.
Overseasoned podcast was brought to you by Over Easy Office, outsourced bookkeeping solution.